Hey there, everybody, and welcome to our Killing Eve Season 3, Episode 2 preview. Early theories as to what is coming up.
Mhm.
Obviously, the big metaphorical spoiler alert sign is flashing here. You may not see it, but trust me, it's there.
Yep, we're gonna have a lot of spoilers within this.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the premiere, go watch that. But if you have seen the premiere, one, two, three. All right, we're talking about the aftermath of Kenny's death. I mean, it's probably still all over the place in your brain. I don't know exactly what to make of it.
Yeah, it was really crazy. I mean, we get a lot more into it in the reaction. We'll link that below, but it was really shocking. I expected him to go, but I did not expect him to go in the premiere. It was crazy.
You know what else is crazy? Clowns. And with that in mind, if you guys do like this video, be sure to give us a like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. So, they have really made a meal out of the Villanelle and the clown outfit.
Yeah, they have. They've been pushing it a lot before. They're pushing it for next week. It seems like it's going to be finally coming up after so much pushing of the clowns. Here we're going to be coming up.
If I'm gonna make a not so bold prediction here, because I think it's pretty obvious. They've hyped this up so much, but it's probably just gonna be like one of these 5 or 10 minute missions at the start of the episode, and she'll go and do this, and apparently scare small children along the way, based on the very end of the promo.
Yeah, it feels like this is going to be a job.
Yeah, it'll be a job. We'll get in, we'll get out of it. It will further make people afraid of clowns. I will continue to be the one person on the I don't mind clowns island, and then
I don't mind them either.
welcome to the island. But yeah, I just think it's gonna be fun and ridiculous. And I got to imagine if you're Jodie, would you see the script and you're like, wait, you're gonna make me do what?
She's had some pretty interesting costumes throughout the seasons. So yeah, I'm sure she has a lot of fun with this. This is going to be interesting. I mean, if she's going to obviously be at some sort of children's party, how are you murdering people here? I don't know. We'll see.
It's probably like some curmudgeon-y parent or something like that. I think Killing Eve is dark. I don't know if this is going to be Villanelle the clown kid killer. I don't think that we're going in that direction.
No, but I am interested to know if this is, I guess, more on her road to getting back together with the 12, and if this is just part of, like, you know, if this is like a, oh, go do this mission, or if this is a really specific, okay, we need to know if, can we control her? Is she going to be able to do this mission and not go off the rails? Is this a test? Or, you know, is it a really specific mark for the 12? Like, I'm really interested to know what's going on with this.
And it seems like we're going to have a number of sort of metaphorical sharks swirling around her for a little while. And we saw some of this Dasha in the premiere.
Yep.
And she is in the promo for episode 2, giving this line of, it's good to have many lovers. And we see like a sleeve of who she's talking to.
Yeah, it looks like something Villanelle would be wearing, and I'm assuming she would probably be talking to her. I don't know if she's talking to her to try to be like, you need to get over what happened with Eve. You need to leave your new wife, who I don't think we're ever going to see again. But it was interesting because there was an interesting sort of cut to Eve standing beside a man who's smoking all over her.
Yeah, I'm sure this is like the BBC America promo department really wanting us to link the two. I don't know if the show is going to explicitly link them, but I think from what we've seen over 2 seasons, they sort of want to continue to sort of gravitate around the relationship between these two. And, you know, psychologically, we didn't talk about it that much in the premiere reaction, but what we sort of were seeing with Villanelle is an element of heartbreak. I mean, she doesn't seem to know the full truth about Eve at the moment,
Yeah.
but she felt very much hurt that Eve did not want to go along with her plan, almost as though Eve would somehow be okay with being forced into being a killer on her behalf. But
yeah, I mean, we haven't seen a lot of how it really affected Villanelle. It seems she was like, oh, and I'm over it, and I'm marrying this woman now, and, you know, moving on kind of thing. but I would have really liked to have seen, and I'm hoping we will see a little more of it, if it actually really affected her and what happened with that.
My sort of theory on this right now is the whole marriage sequence, everything she's sort of doing, it's all an act, because I feel like Villanelle is the sort of person who wants to pretend as though everything is okay, and it's maybe a part of it is pretending to other people, but I think more of it is pretending to herself. Because I think if she thinks she keeps sort of running forward, then she doesn't ever really have to stop. But I think a part of her brain has still stopped, because I think Eve had an emotional wavelength that she understood that not a lot of other people really do. It's just, unfortunately, other than that emotional side, psychologically, they're not on the same page, even if I think Villanelle wanted to believe that they were.
So we also saw in this promo Carolyn fighting with this man who's come in to sort of replace her, take the desk, that sort of thing. Carolyn hasn't been benched by any means, but at the same time, it seems like she's going to have to deal with this guy. There's lots of fighting. Nobody's on the same page with anything. We don't know what the fighting is about just yet. I mean, the last we sort of heard in this premiere, MI6 is not really looking into the 12 anymore. We did see that Kenny was still kind of snooping around about it, and he's been dropped off a building. So I'm sure once Carolyn finds out about that, she's going to want to maybe dip back into this.
And I think Carolyn probably has a very specific way of doing things, and having this other person there kind of interferes with that a little bit. It's sort of like on The Office when Michael Scott gets a new boss over at corporate. He can't pull the same shenanigans that he once did, and mind you, I think Carolyn's shenanigans are much more effective than Michael Scott ones, but still.
Yeah.
I think it's an adjustment period. I hope that there's a real sort of clash here. I don't like the new guy. I'm gonna be honest here. He just seems like he's kind of a tool. That may just be because I like Carolyn.
Yeah, I mean, there seems to be something between them, and I don't mean something romantically, but there's definitely friction from something from their past together. I mean, he took some barbs at her, she took some barbs at him in the premiere, so I'm sure we'll learn more about that as we go along.
I think the thing that, this is not a dig at Killing Eve, it's just I constantly want more of it, but we only have so many episodes a season. They keep the episodes fairly short. I have about 20 different questions I want answers to about Carolyn and her past. Maybe we will get an answer of about 2 of them before the end of this season, and then they will just make you hang on every single word and make you wait for a whole lot more, and I don't know how much screen time we get with her, because we have Eve and we have Villanelle who just chew an immense amount of scenery.
Yeah, but with Kenny being dead, I do think that Carolyn's going to have a much bigger role this season. It's not that she had a small role last season, but I mean, her son is dead, so her involvement in this, and she does, we saw last season, I'm sure we'll see it again this season, that she's gone off the books and had all these sort of unauthorized everything going on last season. And if MI6 is no longer looking into the 12 and the 12 has just dropped her son off a building, I'm sure she's going to have a bigger role this season.
Yeah, I don't know how she doesn't, and she better, because Fiona Shaw is great and definitely deserves it. But the last, I think, thing of note within the promo is, very briefly, you have a scene sort of at the end of this like big calamity in the middle of this promo. Eve looks like she is at work and also throwing up. Is this just her pushing herself too hard on the job because it seems like she's working crazy hours? Maybe she's not getting sleep. I don't really know exactly what it is, but is there something else that could be going on here?
Yeah, I'm wondering if this might be kind of a reaction of right after what's happened with Kenny. She just saw her friend dead. She probably doesn't know what to do. She has said that she doesn't want to go back into this. She doesn't want to deal with the 12 anymore. She doesn't want to deal with Villanelle anymore. But now with Kenny's death, has she just been thrown back into it, whether she wants to or not? And I'm sure that's going to make her have a physical reaction. It would make me have a physical reaction.
it should make everyone have a physical reaction. You can't just sort of have your existence anymore. Kenny's gone. Now you're gonna get drugged back into this mess, and you know that eventually at some point in this mess you're gonna find Villanelle because you two are kind of inevitably drawn to each other.
Absolutely, and now it looks like she's getting maybe back in with the 12, so for sure it's all gonna come around again.
Well, this brand of chaos, very fun chaos, mind you, will be back next weekend. We're going to have a lot more Killing Eve discussion, so be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of it. And let us know in the comments, what do you want to see on Killing Eve Season 3, Episode 2? And give this video a like, and if you want to support us more, check out the link in the description to the store. And we'll see you here next time.